7 things to do to avoid quarrels with your partner in a relationship. Welcome back to my channel once again. For those already returning to my channel, I'm so glad for the support. And for those watching for the first time, you're so welcome. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet and get to learn with us on this channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you some of the few things or some of the things that you can always do to avoid quarrels with your partner in a relationship. Have you been there trying to work out a relationship and you would really want to have a peaceful relationship, a relationship that is joyful and free from quarrels? Here is the way to go. All you got to do is watch this video at the very end and get to understand these few things that can help you avoid quarrels with your partner in your relationship, my dear people. Number one on my list on the things that you can always do to avoid quarrels with your partner in your relationship is always having an open communication. Communication is very, very important in a relationship. And as far as working out things or trying to avoid quarrels with your partner, it will help you a lot. Always having an open communication with your partner will always help you get to understand your partner much more through understanding their feelings, what they think about certain things. In that way, you'll always get to understand them more and you'll learn them more and more. In that way, you'll always maybe try to do things according to how they want them, or you'll be able to understand to the extent that you will not do certain things that will hurt them, that will annoy them, that will always cause disagreements or quarrels. So communication is so much important in trying to avoid quarrels, my dear people. So always get to have that open communication with your partner. Try a lot to get to understand them deeply, get to understand what they love, what they don't love. And that will always prevent quarrels in your relationship, my dear people. Number 2 on my list is appreciate your partners. This is also a very important thing in trying to avoid quarrels in a relationship with your partner. Always appreciating, always showing gratitude for everything or for every effort your partner puts, for everything they do for you. Always try to cherish and value each and everything that they do for you. To show your partner that you appreciate even the little thing they do for you. Show them that you appreciate and value their effort. In that way, your partner will always not feel unloved, not valued, or not appreciated for their effort, for the little things they do for you. So always appreciate. Show them that you value everything, all the effort they put in to make you happy. In that way, you'll always make your partner feel loved, feel valued in the relationship. In that way, you'll always find yourselves in a peaceful relationship where you have no quarrels. If you all get to appreciate each other all the time, appreciate, acknowledge things that your partner do for you. In that way, you always have a peaceful relationship. Number 3 is don't make unrealistic demands. It's very important that you always don't have so much expectations ahead of your partners. Don't expect so much. Don't expect your partners, for example, to do things that are not within their comfort or within their capability. For example, for a woman, don't always expect maybe your man to do certain things for you which are not within his financial capability. For example, you expect him to buy maybe a car to celebrate your birthday, to buy you fun things, and in the end, if they don't reach to your expectations, you might find that you are in quarrels, in disagreements, such unnecessary quarrels. So it's very important to always have realistic demands. In that way, always avoid quarrels with your partners. Always expecting or putting your expectations at a low pace, not expecting too much from your partners. In that way, you'll be able to maintain a healthy relationship with no quarrels, my dear men. Number 4 on my list is apologize always where necessary. Apologizing in a relationship is a very important thing to always do in circumstances where you're really at wrong or at fault. Always get to show that you're really at fault and you have realized it and get to apologize. And it's not just a matter of apologizing, always mean it. If you mean it, sorry, always go deep to mean it. Show that you really regret what you did and you're really willing not to repeat the same mistake by apologizing to your partner. In that way, to always show that you are a good person and you always admit your mistakes and get to apologize and you really mean it. By meaning it, you always don't have to repeat the same mistakes once again when you really admit it and apologize to your partner. In that way, always avoid quarrels amongst yourselves in your relationship when you always admit your mistakes and apologize to your partner. Number 5 is speak calmly. Madam, it's always very important, even in difficult conversation, in difficult times where you feel that you're really annoyed or you're upset. It's always very important to lower your voice, not to raise your voice at your partner or yell at them in that loud voice. So always keep calm, even though in difficult situations when you're annoyed, always try to cool yourself, to stay calm so that you can maintain the peace between the two of you, so that you can either get that side conversation after all your ego has calmed down or you've calmed down, so that you can talk about things without you yelling or raising your voice at your partner, because raising your voice at your partner will always make them also annoyed and get to start exchanging words. In that process, you already get to quarrel and tear yourselves apart. So in order to avoid such, you always have to speak calmly, even in difficult situations with your partners. Another thing that you can always do to avoid quarrels with your partner in your relationship is show empathy. Empathy is always also a very, very important thing or important aspect in a healthy relationship. So in trying to avoid quarrel with your partner, it's always very important to understand and respect your partner's point of view in all circumstances, in all your conversations, in all what she thinks about certain matters. It's very important to respect their point of view and try also to adapt or to see things through their perspective. In that way, always not make them feel unheard or ignored or not to be respected. By showing empathy, to always enable you avoid such unnecessary quarrels with your partners in your relationships. Lastly on my list, on the things that, my dear people, you always have to do to avoid quarrels with your partners in your relationship is always respecting your partner's privacy. This is always a very important thing or important key in avoiding quarrels with your partner. Always respecting your partner's privacy is a very, very important aspect. So always try to respect your partner's boundary by not putting them on surveillance or always checking on them, checking through their stuff, their personal belongings without their consent. For example, checking through their phones, their details, like without their consent. It's very important to always have those boundaries and respect your partner's boundaries, privacy. Whenever they are out with their friends, don't engage, like don't try to be so clingy on them, try to disrupt their peace, their space without you while in a relationship. So it's always very important while in a relationship to always maintain your individuality, allow your partner to still have that their personal space, their privacy. It will always enable you to avoid quarrels, unnecessary quarrels with your partners. Always respect your partner's privacy. It's very important. That's all I had for you in this video. Hope you have learned a lot, and these things will help you a lot to avoid quarrels in your relationships, to have a good relationship, a peaceful relationship where you enjoy yourself like peacefully without those regular quarrels, disagreements. Through this, you'll be able to have that healthy relationship that you desire to have. Always try out them. They'll help you a lot. Try out to appreciate your partner, get to have open communications, apologize, speak calmly. All that will help you a lot to avoid quarrels with your partner, my dear people. See you in the next video. For those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment on the video. See you in the next one.